In the heart of the bustling city, where the streets hum with life and the night never sleeps, there lies a story so gripping, it'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Welcome, dear viewers, to The Vanishing Artist, Mystery in the Studio. I'm your narrator, and today we unravel a tale of intrigue, art, and an enigma that baffled the brightest minds. Our story begins on a chilly autumn evening. The wind whispered secrets as it meandered through the narrow alleys of the art district, a place where creativity blooms in the shadow of the towering cityscape. In the heart of this vibrant quarter stood a quaint studio, home to the illustrious painter Edward Mancini. Known for his surreal landscapes, Mancini was more than an artist. He was a visionary whose brushstrokes spoke the unspeakable. But on this fateful night, something was amiss. The lights in Mancini's studio burned bright long after midnight, casting eerie shadows on the cobblestone street. It was here, in this haven of art, that the unthinkable happened. The next morning, Mancini's apprentice, young and ambitious Sarah Jennings, arrived to find the studio door ajar, the smell of oil paint and turpentine heavy in the air. But of Edward Mancini, there was no sign, vanished without a trace. The studio was a capsule of chaos. Canvases lay strewn about, paint tubes squeezed empty, and in the center of this pandemonium, an unfinished painting, its colors bleeding into each other like a nightmare frozen in time. But it was what lay beside the easel that sent chills down Sarah's spine. A palette knife, its blade smeared with a substance that was unmistakably blood. Shaken, Sarah called the police. Detective Raymond Brooks, a man whose career was built on solving the unsolvable, took charge. His eyes, having seen the darkness of human nature, surveyed the studio. Every clue whispered its story. The overturned chair, the faint footprint near the window, the cryptic note scrawled on a scrap of canvas, reading, "The truth lies within the unseen." As the investigation deepened, secrets began to surface. Mancini, a genius in the public eye, was a man tormented by his own creations. His recent works, dark and unsettling, spoke of a mind grappling with demons. Interviews with fellow artists revealed tales of heated arguments, artistic rivalries, and a mysterious patron who seemed to have a peculiar hold over Mancini. But just when the pieces of the puzzle seemed to align, a twist that no one saw coming. A breakthrough in the case led Detective Brooks to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. Here, amidst the dust and decay, lay hundreds of Mancini's paintings, hidden from the world. Each canvas was a window into his soul, and in the very last painting, a revelation that turned the case on its head. The painting depicted a figure, shrouded in shadows, standing at the threshold of an otherworldly landscape. In the figure's hand was a palette knife, its blade gleaming ominously. This was no ordinary painting. It was a confession, a final testament of a tortured artist who had chosen to disappear into the world he created. The truth was as startling as it was heartbreaking. Edward Mancini, overwhelmed by his own genius and haunted by the creations of his mind, had orchestrated his own vanishing. He left behind a world he could no longer bear, retreating into the sanctity of his imagination, where his brushstrokes could paint realities far removed from the pain of existence. As Detective Brooks stood amidst the sea of canvases, a realization dawned upon him. In chasing shadows and seeking answers, they had all become part of Mancini's final masterpiece, a mystery that was never meant to be solved, a story that would linger long after the echoes of reality faded. And so, dear viewers, we leave you with a question that remains unanswered. Was Edward Mancini's disappearance a masterstroke of a genius artist, or the final cry of a soul lost in the labyrinth of his own mind? The answer, much like the artist himself, remains an enigma. a whisper in the corridors of the art world, a mystery etched in the annals of the unsolved. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of the inexplicable. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your mind questioning, for the world is full of stories waiting to be told. This is The Vanishing Artist, Mystery in the Studio, signing off.